till they come out. They hide, you know. When they want to hide themselves, they get right into the soft ground.
Weren't there real big ones?
Well, there was a big one down the Charlotte one time. The shell was that long.
Oh, my soul.
So it was full, but big around, you know.
3 feet across.
And they had ropes through its feet, right through the palm of its feet, you know, and laid on its back. And his head was as big as mine.
My soul. Pull up your chair.
Yeah.
You haven't got it going yet. Can you put it in direction on the light? Well, when did they dig up the ground to get, and when those turtles came up, what were they constructing?
Well, a turtle, when they wanted to go to sleep or hide themselves, they'd always get in the ground, see? Turtles always did that. Because then nobody could see them, no harm can come to them, you see? And,
well, what were they building when they dug up the ground over there that time?
over where? Over where, Drew?
Well, when all those turtles, great big turtles, that great big one came out of the ground, where was it? What were they excavating?
Well, I don't really know that.
Oh.
The one that was at Charlotte, that was on exhibition there, see?
Oh, it was on exhibition.
Yes.
About 3 feet large,
That's right.
with a head as big as yours.
That's right. But
My goodness.
right down here, where the boulevard turns to go to the ferry, you know, the old ferry landing, I
Yes.
saw the ferry down the end of the route. That was a swamp. And there was a hole there 20 feet deep.
Oh.
In about the size of this room here, but 20 feet deep. And when they built this boulevard, the road, this was at that time the main road, Washington Avenue.
Washington
There was
Avenue.
no boulevard. There was, from the turn here to the railroad crossing, there it stopped, see?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't go any further. The railroad was there.
Oh, yes.
And now they got bridges.
Yes.
But,
When did they build that down through there? When did they build that from the railroad on down through to the Somerville?
It was opened up on the 1st of May, 1901.
1901.
No, 91. What am I talking about?
1891?
No, wait a minute, please. Getting mixed now. Let's see. This trolley line started to run
I can always get it.
1st of May, 1894. 94, that's when it was.
1894.
1894.
Did that open up then right down to the lake like it is now?
Mhm. Now, the trolley line was right on the exact spot where the sidewalk is, from the city line down to the sidewalk on each side.
Oh.
And that's the exact spot, each side of the sidewalk was where the track was, you see.
One going down and the other coming back?
Hmm?
One line going down and the other line going back, was it?
Well, no, it was continuous.
Oh.
It came down on the east side, came down on the east side from the city. Well, they always do.
Mm-hmm.
Away from the city on the east and into the city on the west.
I see. Mm-hmm.
And so it turned down here at the ferry landing, the loop.
Oh, yes.
Regular loop, go right around and come back again, you know. But at that time, it only run from the 1st of May to the last of September. Then they'd shut down, if you want that information.
Yes. Now that was the electric trolley?
That was the electric trolley, yes.
What about the horse trolley?
No horses, you mean?
Horse trolley, was that?
No horse cars. No horse cars ever left Rochester, with the exception of one line. When the horse cars started in 1865, that was the middle of the, well, just the end of the Civil War, you know, 65. And the Park and Lake Avenue line was the first horse car to run in Rochester.
I see. Mm-hmm.
And that's the trip they made.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a long trip, you know, from the Ridge Road.
Oh.
from the Ridge Road at Eastman Kodak, Ridge Road and Lake Avenue. From there, now wait a minute, no, it didn't at that time. It only run to Driving Park Avenue at the beginning, that's right. That ridge came later. Driving Park Avenue was the end of civilization on Lake Avenue. Oh,
And
yes.
that's as far as the horse cars came down, right?
Well, the horse cars,
Or did they come that far?
the only place they left Rochester was to the end of the Park Avenue line. When you got there, you know, Park Avenue and East Avenue almost meet.
That's right.
When
they
it
do.
turned there onto East Avenue, that was the end of
the end of the horse car.
the horse car line. Yeah.
I see. Mm-hmm.
So that's why it was called the Rochester City and Brighton Street Railway Company. That was the name of it. The
Brighton Railway.
Rochester and Brighton Street Railway
Because
Company.
that was Brighton Village out there.
Yeah, that was Brighton Village. That's
Yes.
right. Rather,
But then,
Brighton.
this trolley that came down here was not a horse car.
Oh, no.
That was for the
No,
that
I
was
say
for
that's
the
the only one that
amusement
left
here
the city.
along.
Left the city line. The city line at that time was Norton Street, you know, when this line started to run.
Well, that's quite early, 1894. That was it the beginning of the amusements along the lake, like Windsor and those, the boats on the lake?
Well, you mean the beginning of
Of the amusement.
social life?
Yes, the social era there.
Very few people live at the lake, you know. There was nothing for them. There was no electricity, no gas, no water, nothing down here at all. There wasn't a thing. You had to have wells.
But the trolley did make connection with the boats on the lake, didn't it? And take them up to the resorts like Newport.
Well, the
that
boats.
later.
The boats on the bay and
The lake.
lake. Well, just to give you an example, in the old days, for 35 cents, you could buy a ticket at the Four Corners. What's his name used to?
Scott?
Scott, J.D. Scott used to sell tickets there in a little tent he had about 3 yards square.
Yes.
In case of rain, you know. And he used to sell tickets for 35 cents. You'd get on the Lake Avenue line, trolley line, go to Charlotte, take the boat to Seabreeze, out of the river, you know. And from Seabreeze you walk to the bay landing, you know, at Seabreeze, the bay boat landing.
Yes.
And from there you take the boat to Glen Haven, and then from there take the trolley back to the city again, to the Four Corners, all for 35 cents.
That's a good day's trip, isn't it?
Why, it was a day's trip almost, you know, to make that. That is, to going and coming, a big part of your day was used up.
They had a good time too, didn't they, for 35 cents?
Yeah.
Where did they eat? Did they bring their lunches?
Oh, as a rule, yeah. When you went to picnics in the old day, Mother, why, she'd have one of those half-bushel baskets filled up with food.
More than you could eat.
Food, yeah.
Well, there were some, how early did those restaurants along the bay get started? They
Well,
served
they
food,
were
didn't
they were mostly saloons. See what we call saloons. In fact, a lot of call them hotels.
Well, those people taking that 35-cent trip, then, they didn't plan on going to any of these restaurants to eat, did they?
No.
They weren't.
Well, you could take another boat, you know, if you didn't want to take the connecting boat. You could wait for the next one. See,
You could.
you could stop at Seabreeze, most any place, and have a bite to eat.
And the Newport House was going then, wasn't it? The Newport House.
That was done, you say?
That was operating, wasn't it?
Oh,
then?
yes. Oh, yes, that started operating right after it became the Newport House, you know. You know, I think, I have never seen this in print, but I think that there was no ports on the bay or on the lake between Oswego and, this side of Niagara Falls. What do they call that town?
Oak Orchard?
Oak Orchard. Yes.
Mhm.
There was no ports in between there, no place to stop.
Mhm.
And the boats used to stop there and, well, get what they needed.
Mhm.
Couldn't they stop at
Anything.
Rochester?
They what?
Couldn't they stop at Rochester? At the Genesee River?
Well, they could come up that river, yes. See, that bridge, that railroad bridge wasn't built until, it was opened up in 74. The railroad bridge, swing bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But you could come up there. Now we put the first gasoline and launch on Irondequoit Bay. Our club did do. Where did I put the things of mine? Oh yeah, there. I think I got it.
What was the name of your club?
We were the Unique Social Club,
Oh, yes.
and we're incorporated. There's only two other clubs ever incorporated in Rochester. They're still in existence. The Rochester Club and the Genesee Valley Club. And the Unique Social Club were the only three incorporated clubs ever in Rochester.
Did you have a clubhouse?
Oh yes, we had a nice suite of rooms in the city,
Mm-hmm.
parlor, just like this, lace
Mhm.
curtains, rugs, and upholstered furniture. Two of our boys were upholstered. They made the 5-piece set.
Oh, where
And-
was it, Mr. Peiffer?
Well, it was in the building, Lydecker building, opposite Sullivan on Old St. Joseph Street, what was now Joseph Avenue.
Joseph Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Now our girls, every one of them made a sofa pillow, you know.
Oh, yes.
And then in the corner on where the stairs went upstairs, under that corner we had a place where you could lay down, you know, sort of lounge, or sit there.
Mhm.
Nobody very seldom laid there. Oh, you could flop down if you were tired, you know.
Did your members come from all of Rochester?
All of Rochester boys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. I got nice.
Well, you have a nice album there of pictures.
Oh yes. There's our. That's the club, and this is a bowling club.
That's a bowling
That-
club.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the bowling club.
It wasn't the same club, but it was mostly from members
I see.
of the Unique Social Club.
Mhm.
My brother, Sender one, he was the first bowling champion in Rochester.
So,
Bowling has come a long way, hasn't it?
That's right.
what was his name?
Henry died back in 1910. One of the nicest boys you wanted to meet in Rochester. In the club, he was known as Pa,
Oh, yes.
and we had a Ma too.
Oh,
Pa and Ma, and she was called he or she. Yeah.
There,
Quite a cook, you know. Used to cook our meals. See.
there are 18 men in this picture on January 2nd, 1898.
I think
You know all of them? There you are, yes.
right here.
And I
Yeah.
believe your brother is right here.
Yeah.
Looks like him.
I got another brother on there someplace. I can't see him. That's the
Do you
trouble.
know who all 18 are?
Oh, I know everyone.
Yeah.
you had a pretty fancy haircut there. Looks something like the young boys today wearing it, with this pompadour.
Oh, yes. They used to have
Yes, the wave and
the
everything.
wave in it, you know.
You're quite a handsome young man.
Yeah, well, I tell you, there wasn't a better crowd of boys that you could get together than those boys right there.
Now, can you name them from memory now? Can you name them from memory now?
Many of them alive, you mean?
No, can you name them
Oh, yes.
from memory?
Oh, yes.
You should have the names on the back of the picture.
Well, I've got the larger ones upstairs where they're all
With their
named,
names
yeah.
all on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they should be.
Yes, that's a nice picture. What
is a
did
nice
you
book.
say about your club was the first one to put the first launch on the bay?
First launch on Irondequoit Bay, yes, you'll,
Now, you had a clubhouse on
yes,
Somerville Boulevard?
yes. That's, the first clubhouse was right across the street here, the sixth house down.
Is it still standing?
No, that burnt down with 39 others
Oh,
here in, what year was that?
was that when the Windsor,
Well, the Windsor
Burn?
didn't burn, they saved that, you know. The Windsor didn't burn at that time.
I
That was
see.
the only thing that didn't burn around here in Windsor Beach.
Mhm.
Yeah,
but it burned later, didn't it?
burned later, yeah. They wouldn't wake me up that night. My daughter and her husband, they went to the fire, but they left me sleep. I didn't like that. I always wanted to like it.
Well, sure.
I
Was
always
this-
say, gotta have your nose there, she said.
Was that on Somerville Boulevard, this clubhouse?
Yes, that's
On Somerville
it.
Boulevard.
That's it.
Mhm.
I don't know, can you see me on this one? I probably I can tell better. I'm sitting right here with a straw hat on,
Wait a minute. Right there. Yes,
with a straw hat.
yes,
Now,
that's right.
That's me.
Uh-huh. That's you.
Oh,
Mr. Peiffer, while we're looking at books, your book on firefighting, was that ever published?
no, it never was. Now, my copy has it should be rewritten. That is some of the pages, you know. Now, Emma Swift, is she still up there?
Yes.
Is she? Well, now last year, sometime during the year, she was running the typewriter when I came in, and she said, I'll be through here in just a minute, she says. So I got her finished. She brought the copy out, and she had them all, 135 pages. Fire history. She just finished typing it, and it's down in the vault now.
This is your book,
My fire history.
your copy. You placed it there in the library. You
Well,
placed,
I left her take it, see, and she made a copy.
I see.
Do you
I
have
see.
the book now yourself? Did she give you back the book?
Oh, yes, I got
You
my
have it
book
yourself.
back, yes. Yes, if you ever want to take it, well, you're welcome to it.
Well, thank you. How large a book is it? Very large?
Well, as I say, there's 135 pages,
Oh.
about this size, see?
Well, could we borrow it?
Sure you can,
All right.
but, well, I think you'll find things pretty clear in there. It's the only fire history ever published. I've done a lot of things first.
now, Mr. Peiffer, in it, do you talk about local fires?
I'm talking about local
Local
fires.
fires.
But I did go after I got mine finished. I went over world fires too.
Yes.
But that's not in my fire history.
I
This
see.
is the one she has up there. She just got the roster. That's the important one, you know.
Yes.
Oh, in those old days, it was nothing to have 400 or 500 people burned to death, you know.
Well, that's pretty dreadful, I
400 or
know.
500 of them. Oh, New York used to have terrific fires. You know.
Yeah.
You know, generally 5-story apartments those days.
What would,
3, 4, and 5-story brick, no, all wood, you know.
yes. What would you think was the worst fire in Rochester or in the county?
Well, now you say the worst, financial loss or in
Well, both.
spread out fire. Well, the greatest loss in the property value was the Sibley fire.
Was it? Mm-hmm.
That was in 1904.
Mm-hmm.
1904. And that was about $1.5 million.
That was a big fire.
And that, yes, and that was a lot of money in those days. $1.5 million
Yeah.
isn't much now. But those days it was $1. Oh gosh! I often think I started to make a list one time, and I got tired of it. So many things that you could buy for 5 cents those days.
Mm-hmm.
Those old days, a loaf of bread 5 cents.
Yeah.
Super beer, big super beer, or pint of beer 5 cents.
Ice cream sodas too.
Ice cream sodas 5 cents. Yes. Yes.
Cigars.
If
A
you
lot
wanted,
of them.
if you wanted a good one, you had to pay 10 cents to go downtown and get a good one. You know, you couldn't get that many places in the old days when we had no ice machines. You see, the old days. Well, they didn't make ice cream in the winter time. You couldn't buy any ice cream in Rochester in the winter time. No.
Most of the ice was
Good.
cut out on the bay here, wasn't it?
It was dry.
Most of the ice was cut on the bay.
No. Oh, on the Irondequoit
Yeah.
Bay, yes,
Mhm,
yes,
mhm.
yes, on Irondequoit Bay. The Irondequoit Bay, the upper river, above Court Street Dam, that was a different dam those days, a wooden dam there. They used to cut ice, and Emerson's Ice Pond, where the circle is here, you know, on St. Paul Street.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
where the Ridge Road comes in.
Yes.
Well, that was a big ice pond there, you know, where
Oh.
that circle is.
Just for that purpose?
Well, most of that circle, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides of that circle, the riverside and the east side.
Well, did they use that pond for anything else?
Cutting ice.
Just for cutting ice?
Mr. Emerson lived in there, and it was called, the ice wagons were marked that way too, tops on those ice wagons. Emerson Ice Company, see?
Were there big warehouses to store it right
Yes.
there with sawdust?
Just on the south side, as you go up now, you go up around the circle, you know.
Yes.
There's a broad brick house facing you as you're going toward it, see? And
That was a big warehouse.
that was where the ice house stood, on the exact spot. They got the foundation of that house is just about the same size as the ice house,
I see.
and on the same spot,
Same spot.
same idea.
That's on your right-hand side going up towards town? Or left?
Well,
Did you go around the
if you're
circle? or-
going down the boulevard now toward the circle,
City.
you see it's the first corner. What's that street there?
Well,
You
there's,
know, there's five.
there's the Ridge Road, then there's another street.
Ridgeway.
Ridge Road, then there's the Park Drive. Going around now,
Keeler.
you strike the Ridge Road
Keeler?
Bridge, and then the Park Drive, and then St. Paul Street, and then
Keeler.
what is it?
Keeler.
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 That's where it is, right where
Right
you go
on
into
that
Keeler
corner?
Street. That on your right, yeah. That's where Billy Snyder, his daughter still lives there, I think, William Snyder, and he lived in that house after Emerson left it. There's got a picture of it someplace too. I don't know.
Making ice on a pond like that wouldn't be dangerous, would it?
It wouldn't what?
It wouldn't be dangerous
Dangerous?
on a pond like that because
Oh,
it wasn't deep. But wasn't it dangerous cutting ice on the bay?
No, not when it was thick enough.
Didn't they ever fall in the open water?
Have what?
Ever fall in the open water?
No, not there was one, there was a couple went through a hole in the ice and drowned.
Yeah.
The man used to run to Newport. What was his name? He walked from Newport to Seabreeze. He started out, and he never got there. He walked in, stepped in one of those holes.
Yeah.
They found his body in the spring, but
I suppose the ice cutters were
the ice
used to
cutters,
it.
now they used to cut ice from the Irondequoit Bay, and they had a big ice house on the lake shore.
Oh.
And that ice house used to supply the New York Central with ice.
Oh.
See, it was right next to the tracks, the RW tracks, right, that
Yeah.
across the boulevard here.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, they passed that ice house, see,
I see.
and then they used to take a load, send the refrigerator cars down there, pack them with ice, you know, and bring them back again.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and There was a lot of ice put in. Now,
What did they have, a big saw? How did they cut ice? With a big saw?
Yes. Yeah.
By hand?
Yeah.
Or with a gasoline engine?
They had, well, in the later days they had a power saw,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not like they have today. Oh, today is nothing. You couldn't
Yeah.
ice today. But now our clubhouse, we had a nice house too, two-story ice house, and we'd have that filled the same time, you know.
Yeah.
And the hotels all had ice houses. They had to have them.
Mm-hmm. They all had their own.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, Mr. Peiffer, didn't private families have their own ice houses sometimes too?
Did who?
Didn't private homes, private families, didn't
Nobody
they have
lived
their...
down the bay.
No, but I mean other places. Didn't before we had electric refrigeration? Oh, in the country they used to have ice houses, didn't they?
I don't think so.
Didn't they?
I never know of one. Now, you know, of course, along the Hudson River there, on the east side of the river as you're going toward New York, from Albany, well, up, say, past West Point on the Hudson there, ice house after ice house, one after the other. Nobody lived there those days, you know, between towns. And
That was to supply New York City?
it was what?
Was that to supply New York City?
New York City and surrounding towns as well, like Schenectady and, well, any of those towns down West Point and all those places.
Now to come back to Newport again, Mr. Peiffer, do you know whether the old steam sawmill was rebuilt and converted into Newport House, or was it torn down?
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows that.
I see.
Now, at Newport, that whole district in there, in the old days, were chestnut trees.
Yes.
Chestnuts that you eat, not horse chestnuts, but, you know, we used to have...
American chestnut.
You remember the chestnuts, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, now Newport, the vacant space and all that was all trees. It was the woods, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Chestnut woods.
Mm-hmm.
And from those trees, when the blight came and killed all the chestnut trees in the country, you know,
Yeah.
well, they immediately cut those trees down and used that chestnut wood. All homes were using chestnut wood.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but what's this? Might be chestnut in here. Painted. My dad built this house years ago.
But Newport House Hotel was there long before the chestnut blight, was it not?
For the chestnut?
Yes, before the blight.
Oh, yes. The woods was there from, well, God only knows when they started there.
But the steam sawmill.
The sawmill, well, that sawmill was just put up to get these trees cut down. That was the end of the sawmill.
Oh, just a short time.
Oh, was the chestnut blight back in 1840?
Well, in 1840 is when they first started there, yes.
Was that when the blight came?
Oh, the blight came long after that.
Yes.
The blight came here in our time, not too many years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the steam sawmill was to use the trees on the bay shore.
that's right. That's right.
And then when they wanted a hotel there.
Well, after they got through with it, all those trees cut down as a sawmill, then they turned it into a hotel.
I see.
I think they left part of the...
There probably wasn't much of a building for the sawmill, was there?
No, it wasn't. Well, the building is pretty much the same as it is now, the size of it.
The Newport, yeah.
But it has a wing on it now, on the bay end of it.
Mm-hmm.
That
Do you think they used the foundation, Mr.? Do you think they used the foundation of the sawmill and the part of the building to build that big hotel?
Well, yes, in those days, you know, there was no cement,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to be stones.
Yeah.
They used, in those days, they used to mix lime and with water, of course, soften it with that, and Oh, what else was it they used to put in there? And that made their mortar.
Mhm.
Now, all these things that like your cement sidewalks, in the old days, sidewalks were all wood.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Downtown are stone, the
Yes.
flagstone. But down in a neighborhood like this, or in the outskirts of the city, all over wooden sidewalks.
How long have you lived out here in Irondequoit?
Well, the year round, you mean?
Well, I
Well,
didn't know that you had lived
the
here as
club,
a
like
summer
club, we
tourist.
fairly lived here, you know.
I see.
Now, when we were here on the boulevard, 94, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 1900, we went to the Bay. So you left here and went to the Bay. But those 5 years here,
You lived right at the club.
yeah, we lived at the club. My folks lived in the, what they call the Three Gables. That was the last cottage just before you reach White City Hill here.
I see.
And that's where the fire started there, in that place when
Oh, yeah.
40 cottages burned down. But that was after my folks.
What year was that?
That was in, that fire was in 12, I think. Was it 12? I'm quite sure it was 12. Isn't that in, I think it's in here.
Probably is.
Yeah, that's.
Well, where
yeah.
were you living, at the time of the, First World War? Were you living around this neighborhood then?
I was on the Somerville Boulevard. Somerville Boulevard.
Well, you, Mr. Peiffer, you were a neighbor of Tom Broderick, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, Tom lived down here.
Yes, up here on the boulevard a little ways, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, that was his last place.
That
up
was his
there.
last place.
Yes.
He lived down here this way?
He run a little grocery store.
I know, right up here in the corner, it still stands,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Just for 1 year, though.
Oh, is that it? When he came back from
Tom
the,
didn't make it go very good.
that was when he came back from the service, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
What did he do before then? Anything? He was young, probably.
Nobody knows, and never could find out much about Tom. I think he came here from New York. He and his wife. He came here, and he didn't have 5 cents in his pocket.
Mhm.
And the Stricklands run the grocery store. They took him in,
Mhm.
he and his wife, and fed him, and gave him a bed to sleep in. And he owed those Stricklands. As Mr. and Mrs. the old folks, he was indebted to them, you know, for what they did for him.
Yes.
And well, his son got a good job. I was superintendent of the penitentiary there for years, Myron, you know.
Myron Strickland.
Yes, he got the.
Well,
he got it, and
he
Greeley.
didn't forget his friends
no.
later on when he had something he could offer them.
That's right.
But after he was only there in the grocery store for about a year, you said, then what did he do?
Well, he got mixed up in politics. He came to me and my wife was one of the first women to go out for Tom, you know,
For
Oh.
supervisor, you
Mhm.
mean?
for supervisor.
That's the first office he ran for then, wasn't
That's
it?
right.
He
That's right.
struck right up to the top almost, didn't he?
Well,
he
the
didn't
rest
start, well,
the rest of it, really, he got in pretty well with the people downtown, you know, and they had nobody there to run the city, really.
You mean to run for supervisor down here?
He was a supervisor, and they wanted to give him a county job there, you know, and they did.
You mean they didn't seem to have anyone else for a leader?
That's right. George Aldrich, there was only one George Aldrich.
Yes. Well, he followed right after George Aldrich, didn't he?
Well, no, not exactly. There was 2, 3 others there first.
Leaders?
Yes, that didn't make good. And well, anyway, Tom, he had the backing of Carl
Hallower.
and Nixon and
Well, how do you account for the fact that he hadn't done anything particular in public life and suddenly became such a very important, dynamic leader as he was, how did he get to be so
Well,
important?
being successful down here, they were looking around for a man, and they thought Tom would be the man.
Well, what did he do in Irondequoit that proved his ability so much?
Nothing much. He made a good
Just
leader.
made a good supervisor.
Just a good supervisor, that's all.
Of course, Irondequoit was sort of beginning to grow about that time, wasn't it? Soon after the World War I. It was in the 20s, wasn't it, that it started developing?
Well,
population increased quite a bit, didn't it?
well, I moved down on the boulevard. I put up that home. I moved in on the 10th of May, 14. And at that time, I was one of the first city people to come down in Irondequoit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
One of the very first. And I put up the first house on the first track that was laid out between the city line and the lake. The first house I bought the first lot on the first track that was laid out. There was a few other houses here, understand, ahead of me, but it wasn't, they just bought a lot from a farmer, see.
Yeah.
His land wasn't laid out into lots. There was probably, 6, 8 of them on the boulevard.
What was that tract called?
What was what?
What was the tract called? Did it have a name? Subdivisions nowadays have names. Did that tract have a name?
The tract?
Yes.
Yes, it was, it was the Robinson tract.
Robinson tract.
She was the woman that owned it.
Yes.
Robinson
Mhm,
tract.
mhm. And that was over on Somerville Boulevard.
That's right. It's now the second house this side of the school, Seneca School,
Oh, yes.
coming this way, the
Mhm.
second house.
Mhm. North of it.
Oh, I had the show place on the boulevard for years, you know. The flowers and the shrubbery and
Well, Irondequoit has always been noted for its fine produce, hasn't it?
that's right, yes.
The Irondequoit melon was developed here, was it not?
Well, yes, that's
Who developed that?
the melon, that was that was on the menu all the time down in the Waldorf Astoria, New York.
Was there any special?
Irondequoit melons, Irondequoit
Yes,
melons.
I know.
Known all over the country.
Was there any special farmer or seed company that developed that?
Well, if it came from running, something about the soil here, you know.
Mhm.
Now, right across from where I lived there, Mr. Gunson, he had quite a piece of land there, and they'd always plant them, they'd raise corn, you know,
Mhm.
and plant melons in between, see?
So they climb on the corn stalks? Would they climb on the corn stalks, some? Would the vines climb up on the corn stalks?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no. No, but the corn stalks were separated quite a distance, you know. They had
I
to have
see.
the sun, see?
Mhm.
Now, corn has to have sun, and peaches has to have sun, and melons have to have sun when they're.
Wasn't there a special kind of cucumber also that was developed down here in Irondequoit?
I never heard of it. Never heard of any.
Was there anything else? Were any of the peaches specially developed here?
Aside from you could raise plums and like that. I had some nice plum trees on my lot up there.
Well, the whole stretch across the lake plain here is and was very fertile ground for fruit and vegetables, wasn't it?
But yes, well, this Irondequoit especially. You know, in the old days, a fella came here one time, and one of the owners of land was up near the circle there, where this happened. That used to be Potash Hill up there on the boulevard. That was called Potash Hill. They made a lot of potash there from trees, and there was 6 distilleries right in that circle there.
Where the ice houses were later?
Yeah, the people wouldn't drink water.
Mhm.
This fella bought some land. He paid $13 an acre for it in Irondequoit. And after the fella sold it to him, he tapped him on the shoulder. He says, "If you stay here, you'll be dead inside of 3 years," he said. He says, but if you stay, drink plenty of whiskey, he says. Keep-
What,
keep
water
it
was
up.
no good?
Water, no, it wasn't fit at all. Gosh, you couldn't touch the water. That's what this fella said. If you stay here 3 years, you'll be dead. No drinking water.
When did they get good water
Well,
supply?
that I couldn't say that. Of course, we had no water down here for well, till I came down. That's what I was waiting for, water and
Yes.
and gas
Yes.
to come down here. We had electric lights at that time, but no water or gas. So as soon as we got that, why, I came down.
In the Centennial album, Mr. Peiffer, you say that Thomas Avenue was called Smuggler's Road.
Yes.
Why?
Well, now I'll tell you why. Because it was a road where the smugglers used very much. That's where it got its name. But that wasn't all there was to Smuggler's Road.
Well, you tell us the story.
Well, I didn't know what I had there. We'll use this as an example now. Here's the Stutson Street Bridge, see,
Yes.
at the river. And we'll say over here is Merchant's Road.
Yes.
Well, now, they used to smuggle from Canandaigua. You know, Canandaigua was here long before the city of Rochester.
Yes.
They used to bring the mail on horseback when Rochester first started, you know. Used to bring the mail from Canandaigua.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these smugglers worked out of Canandaigua, and they were smuggling into Canada, in and out, see?
What were they smuggling?
Anything they could smuggle. Not so much drink, but anything they could smuggle. And they started a wagon path, and that's where they came along up the hill, up Thomas Avenue, and then Cooper Road, and then when they hit Titus Avenue, then they cut right straight through the farms from there.
I see.
That road is all gone. That went right through the farms, you know. The farmers didn't use the land. It was like wasteland at that time, so the farmers didn't stop them. But later
Were
on,
they smuggling produce or what through, especially on that road to Canada?
the smuggling,
Oh, yes. What particular products did they smuggle? Was it
Well,
farm produce or something? Or
I think it was mostly small things, you know, that wouldn't attract.
Things they wouldn't have to pay duty on at the port. Was that the idea?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
then
that
was
was-
that used
Like fabrics
in Prohibition time? Did it have any significance at the time? You know, Prohibition time, there was a lot of smuggling going on then.
Beer,
All on the
whiskey.
lake shore. Well, did they do it then? Did they use that road then, coming in Stutson Street?
No, at that time with the whiskey, you know, it was hard to get officers to carry out their duties. Police,
thought.
I'm talking to police.
Well, they used to bring it into the lake along different places on the lake shore, and I wondered if they smuggled it in there at Stutson Street too.
No, I don't think so, but,
The name came to it much earlier than that.
oh, yes, yes.
Do you suppose that they smuggled in bolts of cloth and things like that at an early time?
Yeah, they, on the small boats, you mean?
No,
No, they,
bolts of cloth. You know, did they smuggle material in from Canada as well as over to Canada? They probably
Oh, you mean back and
smuggled in,
forth?
yes.
oh,
they may have gotten
I presume they did.
Woolens and those kind of things, the cloth that was available in Canada that wasn't available here. They probably brought woolens in from Canada that way too.
Well, I think they did.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did smuggle both ways. But here, of course, during the liquor deal, that was all smuggling in, you know.
Yes.
Nothing going out
That's
with
right.
whiskey. And
one more question, Mr. Peiffer.
But that's where it got the name Smuggler's Road
Smuggler's.
from, yes,
And-
anyway. And if that road had still continued, why, that'd be a part of Smuggler's Road, but
In your life-
nothing with the Merchant's Road, you know.
In your lifetime, were there any parts of that road still in evidence? During your lifetime, did you ever see parts of that old road?
No.
Just hearsay, because it's hard now to say exactly where it went.
Between
Well,
Thomas Avenue and Merchants Road, that,
Well, it must have cut right through about there where Titus Avenue.
Waring Road, don't
Cooper
you,
Road hits Titus Avenue.
well, don't you
Where-
think Waring Road is part of it?
Might be.
Because that is in that direct angle,
That'd be pretty much on the same.
just about, it's only a
Yeah.
short, Waring Road's only a short ways down from Merchants Road, you know. Waring Road cuts straight at the same angle as Merchants.
Same angle, yeah.
Yes. I always thought that was probably part of it, or that is somewhat the same.
Well, that's as I don't know where I did get that.
And then Cooper
information.
Road is another one that slants along.
Yeah, well, Cooper.
See, this Merchants Road, and then you take a little drive down Culver, and then you go on the same slant on Waring. Then you go over Norton a ways, and you go the same slant down on Cooper
On which?
Road.
Cooper, yeah.
Yes. So those roads all slant in a general direction towards Thomas Avenue.
Yes, that's true.
Mhm. They probably all were originally near the first
Yeah.
survey there.
You mean from Cooper Road up?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I don't know. The Frankies used to tell me that it came out on their farm.
Who?
The
Frankies.
Frankies,
It's back of,
Frankie boys.
back of the
They're both dead, you know. Henry Frankie and Ben and.
Is that back at the hospital over on Portland? That farm?
The new one, you mean?
The Frankie farm.
Oh, the Frankie farm? I don't know who's got that now.
Where was it?
Where was it?
Well, I'm just trying to someone else around there. I can't think. They
Was it off of Portland?
on Portland.
Mhm.
Yes,
You think it was on Portland?
Portland. You know where Mort West lives?
Yes.
Well, not a great ways from there.
Mm-hmm.
That's Hudson, though, isn't it?
No,
No,
Portland.
Portland.
No, that's Portland.
Yeah,
That's right.
mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't far from where they lived.
Mm-hmm.
The old West home there. Frankie's.
Well, we were told once that it went near that old cemetery that's over in back of the Alling property off of Portland.
The old cemetery, you mean the one that's...
The old Hooker Cemetery.
Did it go through the old Hooker
The
Cemetery?
Hooker Cemetery. Well, that's there by the hospital.
Yes.
Hooker, yes. No, it wasn't. It was down further.
Was it?
Down further.
Further south?
I can't say just how far. I used to know a lot of those farmers used to live in there, but I can't think of them.
Well, it's all changed.
Whenever, if you ever think of them, just make a little note about it and tell us. We tried to locate that road.
Where they used to come
Yes,
through.
if that comes to you sometime.
Well,
jot it down.
I know it wound up there where the Frankies were.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's where it wound up and hit the main road there.
Well, now, Mr. Peiffer, tell me, I'm interested because all through the time I was in the county, and I used to work in the county here of in the town of Irondequoit, in the old age assistance, and
Yes, was this
for the county welfare department, the old age assistance.
Oh,
At that time, Mr. Broderick was supervisor here.
yeah.
And he lives so nearby you here. I just like to have you reminisce a little more about him because he was such an important person. Everybody in Irondequoit liked him very much.
Tom,
didn't
you
they?
mean?
Yes,
Tom
Tom.
Broderick.
They all liked him very much
Oh,
down here,
yes.
didn't they?
Yes. You like
He
that?
must have. There was almost nobody but voted for him down here, was there? Almost everybody in Irondequoit was for him.
Oh, yes, yes. Sure, Tom was all set down here.
Well, he must have been quite an unusual person to have been so carried this town like that for so long, and have had so many people look to him for leadership. That it seems he must have had some pretty strong characteristics that put him in the place where he was, so that all the most important people in the whole county seemed to just look to him for so much. Everything hung on his decision.
Well,
He certainly must have had a lot of ability and capability.
yeah. He made me chairman of the Centennial Committee here. But he really almost had to do it, because it was nobody knew around
But it's good for you.
going to be 100 years old till I made it known,
Mm-hmm.
And then, I had a pretty good following here. So that committee there, my son, I got the whole committee in there. There's only one stick in that hole. And the rest were all my choice, but that one, and by gosh, he turned out, well, it was no good on the committee at all. He didn't even come to see the big parade. It was biggest.
Who was that?
That's what his name again. Right in there, I guess. Was that
It's a very fine book.
yeah, well,
We use it a lot in our office. We
oh
have
gosh,
many important references in it.
yeah, well,
Well, let's hear. Here's the committee. Thomas Broderick, Charles W. Peiffer, Raymond Griffin, Fred Hussey,
this fellow's down below, this fella.
Edwin Schlugert, John Morton, Joseph Peiffer,
That's
G. Herbert Pardee,
party.
E. Wambach, Arthur Lauterbach, Raymond Bauer, Alfred Johns, Theodore C. Seitz, John Ben Boris. You had some quite distinguished people here.
Yeah,
E. Morris Trimble,
yeah.
Thomas D. Lannon, Earl A. Partridge, Charles Luther, and Frank Smith.
This fellow's down there, I think he's one of these, this, I don't know.
Raymond Bauer,
No, he died during the centennial.
Earl Partridge is here,
Yeah.
and Eugene Wambach is over here.
And who's the other one?
This is Theodore Seitz.
Isn't there a Morton on there?
I think, yes, John
Yeah,
Morton.
that's the fella, he didn't belong.
He didn't
The only
belong.
one on my whole committee that I didn't really appoint myself. I appointed him, but had somebody else asked me to appoint him, He was, at that time, he was advertising manager for the what they're called from Edwards.
McFarland?
Hmm?
McFarland? Store? McFarland Store?
No, what was the other one up for the
McFarland?
McFarland, yeah. Yeah, he was advertising man there.
Well, that's a pretty good batting average if only one out of the whole committee didn't work. So that's a pretty good average.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, he didn't do a thing. He didn't even come to see the parade. He had come the other
Oh,
time.
too bad.
Jack Morton,
Mhm.
and I told the fellow, I said, you gave me a dandy there, the only stick I had on the whole committee.
Well, you had a pretty good committee other than
Oh, I
that.
had a wonderful committee there. I can't help but speak well of all of them, but that one fellow I can't.
Well, I remember when Tom Broderick died, Governor Dewey was up here to the funeral. I went to the cemetery to the funeral. We had a big turnout. All the people around the court came, I guess.
Yeah,
And Thomas Dewey came.
yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see, he was buried, where was he buried from?
Right up on Old Culver Road Cemetery. Up there, that
Oh,
Culver.
yes, that's right, that's right. Yeah. See, where was I looking, when to look for before?
Is Mrs. Broderick still living up here?
No, she died.
She died too.
She died, yes, and it was Strickland's age. They got some money, and they wanted to make him a present. Carl Hallauer and Nixon, and who else was it? They wanted to make him a present of $15,000, and he wouldn't take it. And then they bought him one of the best automobiles he could buy, you know.
Yes, they bought him a
Yeah,
beautiful automobile.
yeah.
Well, he was, I always felt that he seemed like a very honest man.
At different times I wanted to ask Tom, and I never did. When I see him, I didn't think of it, and time went by, and well, it's too late now. Well, there was a fire chief in New York City. His name was Broderick. It could have been Broderick's father or uncle or something of that kind, you know. Or it would have to be his grandfather. I often wanted to ask Thomas. I never heard that name Broderick until Tom came, you know. But I say the fire chief was chief there for quite a few years in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
But Tom, he was gassed in the war, you know.
Yes, he had.
And that's really what took Tom, really. He knew that he wasn't going to be here long. He used to tell that. My oldest sister got quite interested in Tom. She lost her only son in the First World War. He was captain there. And, she used to have quite a few talks with Tom. And he used to tell her he didn't expect it to last long, you know. Big gas. Well, I had the, I guess that's upstairs. I had the big picture of Tom.
I wish you'd let me borrow it. I'd like to copy it.
What the,
Your picture of Tom Broderick.
oh, the photograph you mean?
Yeah. Oh, I suppose I could get one somewhere else, but
Oh, yeah.
maybe you've got it there.
There's the man and his wife. I helped to lay both of them, those two people in their grave.
Peraltskis originate in the Unique Social Club?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, that's in my fire history.
Is it?
I mentioned them, I says, for the benefit of future generations. There once existed in Rochester a fire company, 3 fire companies in fact, and I mentioned the name. Podorowski, well, Bernupski was the first, And another one, they were limited to 100 members, see?
Oh, yes.
And so that was filled, and others, they had to form a new company to be in something of that kind. So they formed they had the Bernupskis, then they formed the Puderowskis, see? And then the third one organized, Letterplayski.
Oh.
And they had that ski on the end of the three of them.
They didn't ever go to any fires?
No, I mentioned in there, I says this Ripley,
Believe it or not, Ripley, yes.
believe it or not, Ripley, he mentioned it one time about this fire company existing in Rochester for over 25 years and never fought a fire.
Never fought a fire. Did they have any connection with the fires at all?
No, they never had any.
They didn't?
So I wrote it up, and I said in my fire history of the Rochester Fire Department, I mentioned them on that account because somebody might hear, and who were they,
Who were they?
So I said the chiefs of the fire department and some of their officials, I said they were so rotund that they wouldn't dare go beyond the ladder, but beyond the second rung of the ladder, see?
I see.
And I had something else that was funny in regard. I can't just remember it now.
Well, they were purely social, I take it then.
Hmm?
Purely social.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they used to go in, the firemen have a parade, they'd go in with
They
it.
go in, oh, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
They had uniforms then? Did they have uniforms?
Oh, yes. Well, I tell you, they wore dark pants, see?
Uh-huh.
And they had red shirts.
Oh, yes.
And I think red hats, too.
Uh-huh.
Caps.
Yeah.
And belts.
Uh-huh.
That was alike. But the pants, they all had a pair of black pants.
Well, if the chiefs were sort of big and fat, they weren't all young men, were they?
They wasn't all.
You say some of the chiefs were so big and fat that they couldn't go up beyond the second rung of the ladder. They weren't all just young men then, were they?
No, they were men along in years,
Yeah.
you know.
Uh-huh.
Sure, some of them. Well, some of them were a little older than I was at that time.
Uh-huh. Which one did you belong to?
I didn't belong to any of them.
Oh.
No. No, the only one I belonged to, the best social club in Rochester, the Uniques they were. There's no question. And we're still in existence.
Oh, really?
How many are there?
There's 7 of us left.
For heaven's sake.
That is, we don't hold regular meetings anymore, but we never disbanded.
Never disbanded. Do you own property?
Pardon?
Do you own property? Does the Unique Social Club own property?
No. No, we did. That's when we incorporated.
What are the names of those that are left now?
That are left?
Yes. Who are the 7 members?
Well, there's myself and my younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
He's 20 months younger than I am. There's John Holsworth, Ernie Underborn, Louis Doberbeis, and Joe Ritter. He's out in Chicago. Joe, some time ago, I got a letter from him. He see 2 men struggling on the sidewalk just across the road from where he lived. He always carried a revolver in his pocket, Joe did, but he didn't have it with him, so he run in, he got his revolver, and this fella had just stabbed this fella on the sidewalk. When Joe got there, and Joe down and shot at the fella, and he killed him dead.
Oh.
Then he sent me a clipping. They had his picture in the paper. The police complimented him, you know.
Oh, really?
On his good work. So he sent me the clipping with his picture and the account of it, you know.
Was this recently?
I got it upstairs.
Is that recently?
Oh, this is this couple of years ago when that happened.
Out in Chicago.
But I say he's one that's left.
Mm-hmm.
7. 8, 7 of us now. 7 out of 92. We we organized, and we were limited to 25 members, see?
Oh, yes.
But
You kept replacing.
through death and
Mm-hmm.
marriages and like that, a lot of them, when they got married, they dropped out, you
Mhm.
know. And now told we had 92.
92. Mm-hmm.
Mr. Piper, this Bay Railroad, was it a steam railroad, wasn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Here's the picture of it
There's two
here.
railroads, you notice. One is
This says the Bay Railroad to Seabreeze.
yes, that's, well, now is that, let me see, pardon me. Yes, that's the old steam road.
Well, now there's a picture here that has, why, you can see 4 carloads full of people
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
that.
that's right. That isn't a very good picture, but it,
No, but mine, they took a load of people.
oh
didn't
yes,
they?
well, that's the way they,
Four
Sea,
carloads.
Seabreeze used to be the resort, see.
Yeah.
Birds and Worms didn't exist, Point Pleasant didn't exist, Newport, that was, the crowd wouldn't go there. That was for the select people, you know, of Rochester.
I see.
Drive down there with their coachmen and East Avenue people, coachman and man and wife, maybe a child or two. Drive down there for a chicken dinner, see.
You mean at Point Pleasant?
No, Newport.
Oh,
No, Newport.
Newport, yeah.
That was the swell place, you
I
know.
see.
And drunks wouldn't go there. They didn't want to go there because it wasn't welcome, and they wouldn't have them there, you know. So it, as I say, it was for select crowds. Newport was always.
Do you recall the big saltwater bathing swimming pool up at Seabreeze?
Yes, yes. The last time I was in there, Bert Wilson, who had charge of it, he was transportation man for the street railway company, and we were down there. My wife and I and the 2 children. They were then around. I guess Marge was around 14, 18, something like that. And Joe, a little younger, a couple of years younger. Well, we were down to Seabreeze, and we run across Bert Wilson, and that was still there. That was what they call that. Aquarium, was it?
Natatorium?
Notatory.
Natatorium.
Yeah, that's right. And so I had been telling him about it, and Bert says, "Come on in, I'll show it to you." So we all went in here. It cost you, I think, 50 cents to go in there and take a. It's supposed to be salt water, you know.
Yeah.
So we went in there, but that was a complete failure, you know.
It came about the Depression time, didn't it?
It was what?
It was built about the time of the Depression, wasn't it?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I think just before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You think if there'd been more money around, it might have been a success?
It might have been what?
If there had been more money around, would it have been a success?
No, I don't think that had anything to do with it. Well, just use your own imagination. There's the lake shore,
Mm-hmm.
big body of water.
Yes.
You can go in any depth you want, see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you put in that natatorium, you could walk down, you know, down inside. Plenty of water and plenty of open air and all that. Why should you pay 50 cents to go in that little pool when you got that big lake in front of you?
Mm-hmm. I think
So
you're right.
It didn't pay. The people just wouldn't go in there. 50 cents, why, gee, they'd buy a cup of coffee and a lunch for man and wife, or
Sure.
with a kid or two, you know,
Yeah.
50 cents bought things those days.
Yeah.
Should have been built farther away from the lake, I guess.
But that might have, yes, that might have.
Whose brainchild was that? The amusement park? Who built it?
Oh, the street
The
railway.
street railway.
They owned that. you
I
know.
see.
They had, one time they had all the resorts there.
Mhm.
They didn't own them, they had leased them anyway.
Now how about Forest House?
Forest House,
Yeah. Was that a popular spot?
was that what?
Was that a popular spot? Or
Well,
was that more of a saloon too?
Forest House, I got a picture in there of that too. Did you notice that in the Forest House? It's
No, I don't think I did. I'll look again.
It's a group picture. I guess it's the only picture around. It's
Might it be in another book, you think?
well, it could be. What's this?
No, these are people.
Huh?
Those are people.
I know, but what?
Well, the
Group at a place.
sleigh ride party at the Forest House, you're right.
Yeah,
Doesn't show the Forest House, you're in one of the rooms.
that's right. That's the Forest House.
That was a sleigh ride party at the
We're on the
Forest
stage, see? We're on
I
the
see.
stage. Yeah.
1901. Look at the elegant velvet
That's
jacket.
now we
Right.
had three sleigh roads there. Sleigh ride party, you know.
Mm-hmm.
See, that was an all-night affair. You'd leave. We used to leave our clubhouse around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Everybody got there while we started out in our sleighs with our best girls, and their mothers used to tell their daughters, you know, make them put on warm pants,
Sure.
warm underwear, warm stockings. And
Well,
Then they,
dress warm. The mothers looked after that, you know, and they used to mind. You
then
know.
where did you go?
And well, there's one of the places we used to go, to the Forest House, sometimes down at Jerry Flynn's, down in Charlotte.
mm-hmm.
I can remember those days, you know,
Were
when the girls would be sitting along the wall. They wouldn't go into a bar room, get
No.
a drink. Oh, gosh. Their mothers caution, never take a drink when you're out with the boys.
Uh-huh.
Nothing intoxicating. And when you see them lined up against the wall, they're all of them side by side. If they'd see their toes sticking out an inch, they'd pull their dress down over it. That's a fact.
Well, now, when the boys were with them, did the boys drink?
Oh yes, the boys would go down, and we always used to. Girls, well, there was two of them there, and their fathers was hotel keepers.
Oh, yeah.
They were used to bar rooms.
Uh-huh.
They'd go down to
They'd
the
go
bar.
in, uh-huh.
Rest of the girls would.
Yeah.
But
Did you all go in one big sleigh?
we sometimes had three of them,
I see.
3 sleighs.
Mm-hmm.
What time did you get these girls home?
Well, we'd leave there about 4 o'clock in the morning.
It was an all-night affair.
Yeah.
What times?
It's yes. Well, the mothers
Change?
knew
Yes,
it was an all-night affair. They
Yeah.
go home and sleep then. You see.
Yeah.
And,
Did you dance? Did they dance there? Did you dance?
dance?
Yes.
Oh yes, that was the
main
thing. The dance, you know. We used to have a nice time. And you know what? We used to pay for a turkey dinner there. Put on the table, all cut up on the table, you know. And the platter would be passed around, same as in your home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Help yourself.
This was at Forest House? This was at Forest House?
Forest House, or down to Jerry Flynn's down to Charlotte, or there's another place, the Grove Hotel on Hoppers Hill on Lake Avenue.
Oh, yes.
Any of those places. You know what, a turkey dinner, all you wanted to understand of everything.
This is a
No idea. How much?
$1.
Goodness.
$1.
Yeah.
Today, for that same meal, you'll pay five and a half. 5.5.
That's a very, that's quite an unusual kind of a entertainment and fun.
Oh, yeah.
Going there like that,
Yeah.
this social club and.
Now, the roads weren't plowed out, is that right? The roads weren't plowed out when it snowed?
The rule is
The roads
roads.
weren't plowed?
You mean for sleigh rides?
Yeah.
Was it roads plowed? Didn't have
Oh,
plows
no,
like they
no
have now?
plowing, no plowing, no.
Cut right through deep snow.
No plowing, no. The only plow was a streetcar company. They have a plow
I see.
on wheels, you know,
With
on the
sleds that go right through the snow.
streets wasn't plowed.
Mm-hmm.
How many horses would you have on a sled that carry a crowd like this?
Well, you'd have probably. I think there was about 8 or 9 on each side. Well, there was say 16 or 18 in a carryall, you know. And we'd have, we had a little party, just one carryall, 2 carryalls, 3 carryalls, all depending on. Sometimes we were allowed to invite a friend, you know, another couple.
On that machine?
And
That's such a good story, you know.
but that's a very interesting picture, that old forest house there. That's gone years ago. That isn't the last one that stood there.
Oh, this is the earlier one.
There was four forest houses.
No, they weren't.
And that on that same spot is where the town of Irondequoit
Was founded.
began, you know. And that was
Mr. Peiffer, we've got a copying machine up at our office that you can put right in and copy things. And I'm wondering if this has got such a cute story along with it. I wonder if you'd let me have a copy of this.
this is what the
That
forest house.
picture of your sleigh ride party.
Yeah, I have no other one.
I
and,
know it. Would you
Sure, I'd let you.
would you
take
let me take it and copy it and get it back to you right away?
I'll do anything for you.
Well, you're very nice.
You're very sweet, and I
Sure,
think we're
anything
getting
you-
past
don't
your
be-
dinner hour.
Anything you want, don't be afraid to ask.
Well, I'll look and see if there was, I think most of these are in the book. There's the old Somerville Pavilion there.
Oh,
I
Yes,
don't remember seeing that anywhere. That's 1894, Somerville Garden. That burned up, didn't it?
yes, that's where you used to get nice chicken dinners, you know.
So
Yeah.
1894, when did that burn?
Did that burn? Or did
Well, I think
it
so.
hold down?
Or did they tear it down?
I don't remember now. Oh, I've got it someplace. Of course, some of those pictures, I guess they're not dated, but
Well, most of them are.
they,
That's 1894, the Somerville Garden.
mhm.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to copy those 2 pictures.
You-
Those dresses are very
oh, that's a valuable.
cute. They're just 2 or 3 or 4 of them have the very tip of their toe shows and all. It's all
It's
really cute.
well, they're the good bunch of people.
Sure, they look like such nice people. Their girls are awfully nice looking girls.
They were. You had to.
Had to be. They're nice looking men too.
If you brought a girl at any of our parties, that was known, you know.
Mhm.
She was ignored.
I mean, she had a bad reputation.
That's right. That's right. But we didn't have them. But I say, if there was such a thing, it would happen. She'd be ignored.
She would be.
The fellows knew better.
Hmm?
The fellows knew better than to bring that kind.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That they knew better. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh,
Uh-huh. That's very interesting.
yeah.
Well, these are very nice, and I'll take them, put them in my briefcase
I got
so that they
I got the envelope someplace else.
Well, you didn't got one in here? I don't want to get them wet going out.
I don't know.
I've got a briefcase in my car. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put them face together like that.
That's a good
As
idea.
soon as I get right here in the car, I'll put them in my briefcase.
Yeah, I don't know what this. Oh, this is all
Glenhaven?
Glenhaven, yeah. That's when they had the carnival there. That was the entrance. That was the gate. You know.
I never saw one like that before.
Admission 10 cents.
Isn't that a
That's the
fancy
Fairy Carnival, Damascus Temple Patrol, Glenhaven, Irondequoit, July 25th to August 6, 94. This entrance built for the
I
occasion.
never seen anything special.
When-
Did they take that entrance down again then?
did-
That fancy entrance?
Oh, that was
put up-
taken down later. Yes.
Uh-huh.
This, now that was inside. There wasn't many people there when that was taken. The balloon ascension there, you know.
Oh, my.
I see that. I
Fair
see that.
Carnival, Damascus, and this is 1904. Daily balloon ascension. Now, you don't see a balloon anymore.
No,
No such thing.
That was another scene down there, you know, where they climb up that spiral on the ball and then come down again.
My goodness, that's an interesting one.
Yes.
Did he come down all the way standing up?
Yes. Yeah, the same.
That looks like a really dangerous.
Oh,
Right. Who was that performer?
who was
Who
it?
was that performer?
Gosh, I don't know.
Hmm.
I tell you,
Must have been a real professional.
these are pictures that belong to Mr. Ruther, the proprietor of the Glenhaven Hotel.
Oh, they do?
And when he died, she told me to go through his desk and clean it out. And she asked me if I would do that, you know. She wasn't, her sight wasn't good, and she said, if there's anything there you want, Mr. Peiffer, why, you keep it, throw the rest out, she says. Oh, I found a lot of things there, some a lot of stock, but
Well,
none.
Mr. Piper, you know, these are wonderful for our history purposes. If we could have copies of these. Now, we're taking a tour of children sometime. We're planning a tour to tell about old-time amusements. Why, pictures like this are wonderful to show them. They don't know. Where do you ever see a balloon today?
Yeah, that's right.
And the people gathering like that, and this kind of a thing that was showing you've got them all dated and everything,
Yeah.
they're awfully valuable to us.
Oh, yes. Now, you know, these balloonists, this was one of them here. They were a Batavia family, the father and mother and the 5 children, all balloonists
Is that so?
as they grew up, yeah.
They went around from fair to
You
fair.
don't remember
Yeah.
their name, do you? You don't remember their name, do you?
Well, I've got it someplace, but the trouble is
Oh,
to
never
find
mind.
it. I've got it
never
in my
mind.
records.
Now
Don't worry about
that
Oh, upstairs I have a file, you know, with a card about the size of this, see?
Mhm.
Cards ruled. And I have a card for every day in the year, see? 365 cards, and anything happens on that day.
Why?
Now I go upstairs and see what took place tomorrow. Right up there, there it is. See?
that's a wonderful way.
Yeah.
That's
But I
wonderful.
can't read it anymore, can't use it.
Well, if you
Well-
ever want to decide to deposit it with the county historian office, they would be most grateful to have it and make good use of it.
Yeah, I know.
Because we take so many children out. We take tours every summer. We have 3 or 4 tours of children,
Yeah,
and sometimes as many as 90. And we work up little stories of history on different subjects.
yeah.
We've taken them down to the lake shore several times, and we've told them about the amusements down here at the lake shore. We never did have anything like this to show them, to tell them. So, which you have,
Is the miniature railway here too?
I don't know.
No, not in these 3.
One of those miniature railways, steam railways like.
No, this is at Damascus Temple entrance, and that's the balloon
That's the
ascension.
balloon, and
That's
that's
all
that
that's
spiral thing.
That's all that's there, right? Oh.
Was that spiral a
Oh.
permanent part?
Isn't that it? That's is that the miniature railway there?
No.
No,
So that's the Glenhaven Hotel.
just a hotel again.
Uh-huh. You've got a lot of those.
That isn't on there either. I know it passes.
No. That's the Glenhaven. You've got at least about a dozen of them. Those are all Glenhaven.
Hmm?
Those are all Glenhaven
Yeah,
hotels.
yeah.
I haven't seen it on any.
Well,
Even seen that.
that's the funny band. the band they used to have down there once in a while.
Mhm.
Patterson, your dinner getting cold?
No, we don't have dinner, no.
Or some people do. And I
No,
know maybe
no,
some of
we
the
don't.
older
And
people.
again, like breakfast.
We're having some delightful stories.
Could I, make a-
No, thank you. No, thank you. That's very nice.
Is
of
that
you.
the miniature
But we'll be
railway?
going on in a minute. Yes, that's it.
That's the one, eh?
That's it. Fair and Carnival, Damascus Temple, Glenhaven, Scenic Railway, 1904. Look at that.
And making a paper.
1904.
Yes. He's gonna let me take these to copy. We've got a copy in the office. With special photographic.
These go in there.
Uh-huh.
pictures.
This miniature railroad looks very much like our present little miniature railroads. That's an idea that has continued in
We
amusement
do
parks.
have
Oh,
those.
yeah.
Mhm.
Children love
Well, you know, there's a company up in Buffalo. Yes, it's in Buffalo. And he'll supply anybody. Now you want to start an amusement place,
Mhm.
he'll furnish everything.
Everything.
Everything that goes with it.
This man,
Pay him a rent on.
this man that rode the ball down the spiral,
Yeah.
was that just brought in and set up for the occasion?
Was it to what?
Was that equipment just brought in and set up for that occasion?
No.
Or was that a
no,
permanent part of the
that-
park?
Those things would be up probably a month at least.
I see. Mm-hmm.
And
That wasn't
some of them would be
that,
the whole season.
that man didn't happen to be Blondin, did it? You know Blondin, that,
No,
wasn't
I know all about
I
London.
know. This wasn't Blondin, though.
No.
Well, no, this was, Blandon was a wire.
Well, I
walker.
thought maybe he did this stunt, too.
Mhm.
Oh, is he?
No, I don't know.
No,
No.
that's a different.
Mhm. That's quite a stunt right
Yeah.
here.
That's quite spectacular.
Now, there was two Blandons, you know.
Oh, there were?
There was only one real Blandon, and he's the man that became famous by walking the Niagara Gorge, and that's about 3 times as wide as our gorge, our gorge. About 3 times, easily 3 times the width. He walked across there with a man on his back.
Mhm.
And I see him back in 1880, let's see, 1888, yes, down in Charlotte.
The same man.
The same man, yeah. And they had 90-foot poles up. And he walked across there several times, then he came back. And they hiked the things up on a pulley. They had a pulley up on that one pole, 90-foot pole. Hiked the different things up. They hiked the table up, and a chair, and an oil stove,
Huh.
and some dishes, and well, I guess that's all. So he goes out on that wire, right in the middle of that wire, and puts up that table, of course with a range, you know, from the legs, you know, I had pieces crosswise, or
Balancing.
I don't know, were they this way or here and there on each corner of the leg. Well, anyway, he stands that table on the wire, tablecloth on it, oil stove, sits down on the chair, he lights the fire, gets an egg out, cracks the egg, breaks it in this pan, fries it, sits down, cuts the bread, you know, and sandwich, sits there eating it.
Oh, my goodness. Balancing all the while, 90
Just as comfortable as you would be
Oh,
at a table here.
90 feet above the beach.
It was what?
90 feet above the
90
beach.
feet above the, yeah.
That's quite a story.
I should say, I'm glad we didn't miss that one.
He was what?
I'm glad we didn't miss that story.
Oh, well now, someplace upstairs I've got a newspaper picture of that.
Mine.
So I got a lot of newspaper pictures of years ago that were all up there. It's to find them. That's the hard job for me. I
Yes.
can't. I got a folder for all these things, you know, now, like.
Well, I think you do pretty well. I can't find my things, and I got both eyesight.
any of it.
Eyesight.
Well, I got so much, you know, up
I
there.
know you have.
I don't know. Probably when I get through, they'll take it all and dump it out in the.
Oh, no. I should say not.
Well, I have told them, I said, give it to either Rundle's or the county.
Well,
I
we
know, I
will
know.
use it, I'll promise you that, if anything you give us, because we're using, we're taking, I think it's very nice to tell the children about these things back in these days.
Yes.
We lose track of them ourselves, and we have an interested group of children. They go to the museum and sign up for a summer course, and it's called Adventures in History.
Yeah.
So we have to keep up, thinking up new adventures to take them on.
Yeah,
We have to think up new stories and new things to tell them about all the time, take them
That's
new
right.
places.
You're both with his.
Well,
with the county.
Yes.
Of course, I can't give you much advice here on kids. As I grew up, my thoughts went into bigger things, you know.
That's right.
See, I first got interested when I was 10 years old. That's when I read something in a book. And in there it says, any man that is interested in his town is a good citizen.
Couldn't help but be.
And I never forgot that remark. Well, I always wanted to be a good citizen, sure. But I still remember that. And then through that being interested in his town, well, I thought, just what does he mean? What does he mean? And I thought, well, if you're interested in your town, why, you're interested in anything that happened. That was my... anything good for the town, you'd be interested, sure. Anything no good, why, you wouldn't want. So I wanted to be on the good side anyway, and that's how I got started. Then is I'd find little articles once in a while, probably 2 or 3 times in a year, where and a lot of years were skipped too, where you wouldn't see one word about the city of Rochester, not one word, or the county of Monroe in the newspaper, you know. And Morris Adams, he was for years editor of the Democrat and Chronicle. And Morris began writing probably 2 or 3 times a year. He'd have a nice article in the paper, something about Rochester, you know. He's the one that really started it.
It certainly changed.
Hmm?
It certainly has changed.
Changed, yeah.
The papers are so full of county
Oh,
and
gosh.
city business today.
Well, you know, when Arch Merrill came here, I got a book up, I don't know, I haven't got that here, that one. I just got that one, haven't I? Oh, what? Or is it in that,
Isn't that in that big book?
no, in that other one?
You mean the book that he wrote?
No, one of these pictures, oh, here they are. I thought I had Arch in here, didn't I? They're right in the front. No, this is a unique book. Well, it's upstairs. Well, anyway, I was sitting out at my desk out at the office, and man walks in there and he says, I'm looking for Mr. Charles Peiffer. And I said, you're talking to him? He says, I'm Arch Merrill. I said, oh, you're Democrat and Chronicle. Yes. I said, I've been interested in a few articles. He had just had 2, 3 of them in there at that time. Just 2, 3 write-ups. I said, I'm quite interested in those articles you had in the paper. And he said, well, yeah. I said, yes. And he said, well, that's what I came out to see you about. He said, I understand you're quite a historical man. And he started to talk then. He said, you know, he says, I stop men on the street, men long in years, and try to find out something from them. Well, they'll tell me something that happened. Well, I'll say, after they talk a while, well, when did that happen? Oh, I don't know. 10, 15, 20. I don't know. 10, 20, 30 years ago. Well, that's no information, you know. That's what Arch, it wasn't to Arch anyway. So he said, I got so much of that, and he said, I talked to one man, he said, I don't even know his name, and he said, did you ever go out and see Charlie Peiffer? No, he said, never heard of him. Well, he said, you go out to see him, he'll give you some information. He's pretty well posted. So he came, well, when he said Arch Merrill, I pulled a chair over, had him sit down there at my desk, you know, and we talked for an hour, I guess, or more. And you want to know if I'd object to him coming down once in a while, or if he'd call me up and ask me a question. No, I said, I'd be glad to help you. I said, I enjoy reading his material, and I will enjoy it. And so he kept coming out and came down to the house, you know, and see me down there a number of times.
Did you have your card file with your dates on it then?
My what?
Did you have your card file with the dates on it at that time?
Yes,
That would be a great help.
yes.
You've got quite a lot of those dates right in your head, though.
Had what?
I say you have quite a lot of those dates right in your head.
Oh, right up here. I
Sure have.
If I can't get them exact, why I can get somewhere near them.
Yes.
And then I just looked that up.
Well, you know, a lot of people keep old pictures, but they don't always realize how important it is to write on the back what they are and the date. Everything you've got is,
Yeah, that's
then they're no good at all.
No
That
good
as
at all.
far
I
as
just well throw them away.
That's right.
You don't have a date. That's what I always
Right.
tell my folks. And my grandson, my daughter's son, he kind of interested in that now, you know. And I told him, I said, Junior, I says, we call him Junior. He's Emerson, his name is. I said, always date anything you keep. You go to some town, you get something that you want to keep. If you can mark it,
That's right.
keep it. I got things that Abraham Lincoln signed
That's
upstairs.
That one.
I got a book up there with his facsimile of his handwriting, you know, different letters.
Well,
I got a lot of that stuff. My dad was a great admirer of Abraham Lincoln, you know.
mhm.
He voted for Abraham Lincoln on the battlefield when he was 17 years old.
You say so.
My dad, yeah. Went in the Civil War at the age of 14. I got his drumsticks upstairs that he
You
carried
have?
in that Civil War. Every day, today, 100 years ago today, he was using those drumsticks. Every day he had to use them, you know, for the different calls.
Did he go from Rochester?
Pardon?
Did he go to the Civil War from Rochester?
His second enlistment he did.
Uh-huh.
His first one was from New York City. That's where he was living.
I see.
He married in New York. The first baby, he was married in 69. The first baby came in 70. That was this is our baby. Well, it was her oldest,
Older sister,
her oldest sister. She's dead and gone. And well, as I said, they were married in 69. She was born in 70. They moved to Rochester in 71.
Mm-hmm.
And the panic was on in New York City at that time. Everybody, the firm he worked for, an ironworks there, first time they ever locked their doors.
Hmm.
No concern there. And everybody was hungry. And he had friends here. They told him to come here.
Hmm.
And he had to borrow money to come here, you know. And gosh, he struck a job here.
Mm-hmm. Lucky.
William H. Cheney, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was the first ironworks in Rochester.
Mr. Peiffer, I think I've forgotten, but what work were you doing before you retired? What was your,
Well, I credit myself with having to do with more buildings in the city of Rochester than any man that ever lived or ever will live.
that so?
Now, my father and myself and two brothers, we put in the same building, the same business, we put 169 years in there. And I put in the most, 60 years I was in that,
Building.
putting up buildings.
Mhm.
That is, I had charge of, when I was 22, I took charge.
Uh-huh.
22, only a kid yet
I should say so.
for anything like that. And my dad, he retired shortly after that. And well, I could go down the street and point building after building that I had to do with
These were buildings downtown?
pardon?
These were buildings downtown, or do you mean just residences?
Oh no, buildings.
Buildings.
Oh,
Office buildings.
residences. I used to get orders for 100 houses, 200 houses.
Oh. Mhm.
Get the beams all out and have them lay in there. And
Mhm.
it always, these fellas putting up these houses, you know, they'd just send down so many beams at such and such a place.
Mhm.
The last year I was in business, just to give you an idea of the extent of it, I had a little better than 6,000 jobs that year.
My goodness.
Over, little better than 6,000. That was buildings, houses, and all.
Mhm.
Well,
Now, that's something to take care of in itself.
well, you've certainly done very well by us, telling us so many stories. I hope you aren't all tired out.
Well, I'm deviating from what I really expected, but it's all history.
I know it. It's all very interesting.
All knowledge.
Now, I have 6 pictures here. I have 6 pictures here. Is that all right with you
Yeah.
to copy? And I'll get them back as soon as I can get them copied.
Now let me see.
You see what they are.
Just
There's the one with that front on.
that's the gate at
Carnival.
at Glenhaven, you know.
Yes, and this is that spiral.
Oh, that spiral. That's also
Oh
Glenhaven.
my, that, and this
And that-
is the
that-
little railroad,
That's Glenhaven. Yeah. Well,
and this the balloon,
yeah, that's Glenhaven.
and that is the Somerville
The Somerville.
building,
Yeah.
and this is your sleigh ride party.
This is
And believe me, I shall take very good care of them because
well,
I want to get them back just as quick as I can.
well, that's all right.
I'll take very good
I
care
know
of
you'll do that, you know.
And I'll get them back to you as quickly as I can. But I think that they're wonderful to have them.
Well, I've
Appreciate it
enjoyed
very
your
much.
visit, I want to say that much, and
Well, I
come
certainly,
down
we've
again
enjoyed it.
sometime.
Maybe when we bring these back to you, we'll borrow your fire book. Could we?
Sure,
The,
I
your
think-
fire story, your history of the fire.
yes.
All right, wait till we get the pictures back, and then if you will loan us that, like you did Miss Swift.
You could take it now if you wanted to.
Well.
There's nothing.
Well.
Might as well, and we could return them at one time,
Right,
make
right,
one,
well-
save one trip, we wouldn't make coming twice then. We could come back once with both of them then.
All right. If that's all right with you,
Yes,
we will.
I'll go in
All
again.
right, glad
Can I
to.
get it for you?
Take a moment.